Welcome back to Bariatric Past, where we have real conversations about weight loss, the bariatric journey, and the mindset shifts that come with it. If you're new here, I'm Jatoya, and this space is for people navigating any weight loss journey in real life. Let's get into today's episode. What was the thing that surprised you most about post-surgery life you've done majority of your weight loss? Because that was what really wanted me to reach out to you, because I feel like we're similar. We're like in our maintenance phase, and it's tougher than I thought. Like, what about you? What was the most surprising thing about this stage?
I think for me, so that first year, they call it the honeymoon phase for a reason. I didn't realize that once we got this far out, like we're able to eat whatever. Like I really don't have any restrictions anymore. The only thing I still struggle with is rice and pasta, but I can eat it.
Yeah.
So I really like,
give me a couple of hours. I'll get through it.
Exactly. So you have to really, you have to be more conscious than you do in that first year. And I think that I'm still really good at prioritizing my protein. But sometimes I'm like, maybe I'll eat chicken tenders instead of grilled chicken.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't bother me as much now, or, I'll have a French
protein.
fry. Exactly. I think that was what surprised me the most, because I remember thinking to myself, there's no way I'm gonna be able to eat that much again. I'm gonna be stuck at 6 ounces forever. Like I could easily eat a 10-ounce meal,
Yeah. I had a funeral because I just knew like this is it. Say goodbye to y'all, all my favorites. Like we had a whole party before my surgery and like right now I can eat anything that I had at that funeral right now and just be fine. And I don't know why it was presented to us that way, or we just assumed, but I was thinking the same thing. Like for the rest of my life, I'll be only able to do about 4 bites at a time, and this was going to be my life from now on.
Yep, exactly. And I think that that's something that you have to come to terms with too, because it scares a lot of people. Like, oh my God, I can eat more now. And I don't want to say that I'm afraid of it, but I do get a little concerned every once in a while. I'm like, man, that was really easy to eat all that. Even if it's something healthy. And I'm like, did I stretch my stomach? But I know that's not really possible. But yeah, I think them telling us that we'll never be able to eat again, you can't do this, you can't do that. There's really nothing that I'm restricted from. I don't think there's anything I can't eat or drink that bothers me now. And I know a lot of people struggle with that, but I don't struggle with carbonation. I use a straw. Yeah, I think the maintenance phase was the most surprising, because it's really a lot more mental work at this point to maintain what we've created. And I think that for the first time in my life, I'm not actively trying to lose weight. And I'm just kind of allowing my body to be where it is naturally. And I think that's really surprising. Like the feeling of that, of like still wanting to chase a number, but also challenging myself to just be happy in the skin that I'm in. Right. Because it has been 2 years. Like I've done so much work to get to this point. Like I just want to enjoy it now. And I'm trying to allow myself the freedom to do that without feeling like I still need to lose that last 10 pounds.
Yeah. And it's like, I have adjusted my lifestyle. I drink the water, I do the protein, I work out, but it's like, at first it was to lose weight. And so now doing the same things, but I'm not getting that satisfaction or that reward from losing all these pounds. So it's just kind of like, what I'm doing it for, a better life. But it's kind of like, I worked out all week and I haven't gained, but I haven't lost, and being okay with that is kind of like something I don't know. I guess I was always dependent on that reward system. If I did this, then I'll get that. But now it's just like, I'm doing it because I need to do it to sustain, but I'm not going to always lose a pound every day or even every week. Like it's going to be just steady. That's fine.
And that's a really healthy way to look at it too. That is a new perspective I haven't thought of. For me, I'm always just like, I have to fuel this body that I've worked so hard to achieve. So yes, I want to eat French fries and chicken tenders, but I'm going to eat this dense bean salad and, grilled chicken or tuna or something that's a little bit leaner protein. And then we still have to actively make those choices. There's not like a secret button that's like bariatric patients can never have sugar again. You
Yeah.
know, like, oh, they can never eat bread again. It's not going to be anywhere near them. They have a protective bubble. Like, no, that work is still us. Like, and you still have to put in the work even in maintenance phase. Like, whereas that first year, you just can't eat. Like,
Mm-hmm.
truly, like there's no way you could eat enough to gain weight.
Mm-hmm.
There's,
It's like you gonna have
you
to try.
know,
You gonna have to work hard. Like it's gonna be
hmm
it's gonna have to be a full time job for you to not lose weight.
Absolutely. And then there's so many things that, like, for me personally, I couldn't have sugar for a really long time.
Mm.
That first year,
It just
if
made
I
you sick.
even, oh my gosh, I think the first time I really tried anything with sugar, and this, it was so embarrassing too, because it gave me the worst bubble guts.
Mm.
um, but I went to, I was seeing a guy at the time and he took me to Universal. So I want to say like 8 or 9 months post-op. And
Mm.
I had been like super strict about, like, I was still in like very, very new early on stage. You know, I hadn't even lost 100 pounds yet. And we went to Harry Potter World in Universal and he got a butterbeer and he was like, you
I
have
was
to
just
try
about to say
this.
butterbeer. You had a butterbeer.
Yep. And he was like, you have to try this. And I was like so nervous about even going with him because I knew I was so limited on what I could eat. Especially
Mm-hmm.
like, 8 or 9 months post op, like you're still like so careful about everything that you're putting in your body. Your stomach is still healing.
Mm-hmm.
And I took a couple sips of his butterbeer and I think I spent like 2 or 3 hours in the bathroom that day while we were at the theme park. Like my stomach hurt so bad that I was like terrified of eating sugar after that. I was like, oh my God. And I think also because
Did
it
you
was a
get the
liquid.
shakes? Like you
Yeah.
just get like the
I
shakes.
got
Like
the
oh my gosh.
sweats.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like I'd like a stabbing pain in my
Mm-hmm.
intestines. Oh,
Yeah.
and he was like, "Are you
Fighting for your
okay?" And I
life.
was
Fighting for your life. And he probably was just like, this date is going great.
we still happened to have a really good day, but oh my gosh, we were standing in line for one of the roller coasters and I was just like, cold sweats and just like holding my stomach. And he was like, "Are you sure you want to do this?" And I was like, "Fine. I'm
Trust
fine."
me, it's not the roller coaster. It's not. It's something else.
It was, but yeah, so there was a lot of sensitivities in the beginning. So you don't ever think about like one day it's not going to be like this. Like you're just like, oh, well, this is me with sugar from now on. And like, I don't have any intolerances now. And I even can eat spicy stuff again, which I was like a total hot sauce person before surgery. I thought I was never going to be able to
Really?
touch it again. Oh, yeah. I love spicy stuff. Habaneros. I get like the really, really, really hot sauce and I'll put like two spots of it in my food and it's just enough for all of it. But I can't do that anymore. But now I can. I didn't do it for a long time. But now spicy stuff doesn't bother me anymore. And there's just so many less intolerances now at this point. Like it's all a mental game.
Yeah. What's one thing that you never expected to miss about your old self now that we're 2 years gone by?
That's a hard question. I think that I had like a certain level of innocence to myself when I was in a
Hmm.
bigger body. Like I was such a people pleaser that I was like just so kind to everyone. And like I don't want to say I was naive.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I was just so lost in the world but I was also just very soft. And I think that with the experiences that I've had since losing the weight, I have had to create a different kind of armor
Hmm.
than the weight. Um,
Yeah.
I liked that
Shield.
it truly was. Like I used to call myself unkidnappable.
Oh my gosh. I know there's probably several episodes where I've said, y'all, I can get snatched now. Like that scares me. Someone can literally pick me up and take me away.
Yep. I've had to create this like tough outer, I don't want to call it a facade because I do think that I'm tougher, but I've definitely had to work on my toughness and just being able to
Yeah.
stand up for myself because people expect different things from me now just because I look different.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I think the way that I present myself to the world, people assume that I've been treated a certain way my whole life
Mm-hmm.
or that because I'm on the thinner side, I'm blonde, I'm tall, I think I'm an attractive woman. Like people just treat me like it's a total 180. And I wasn't ugly by any means when I was bigger. Like I was still beautiful. I was very shy and like kind of, I don't want to say meek, but I was just always very kind to people. I never wanted to overstep or, God forbid I said something mean to someone, they're going to call me
Yeah.
fat. That was like always the first thing.
Yeah.
Like, well,
And your
um,
smile would probably be like more welcoming. Like, oh, she's
yeah,
nice. But now if you smile, they're just like, she's trying to flirt with me. Like a smile
right.
means different now.
Exactly. So I've had to truly like recondition my brain
hmm
to be this new version of myself. Um, and to just learn how to show up in the world in a different way. So I do kind of miss that. I didn't always love feeling invisible, but it was nice when I wanted to be.
Yeah. I
Mhm.
I 100% agree. Like I
Mhm.
used to maybe just go to the grocery store
Yeah.
and, and go like just but now it's like literally when I'm going in the aisles,
Mhm.
it's like a guy saying hello and someone's offering to help. And it was just like
Mhm.
I didn't realize how often I opened my own door until now. It's like the door's always hold
Oh
open for me
man.
now. It's just kind of like, oh wow, this is different. So yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. The door thing, for sure. It is different. And I think that just, yeah, learning how to deal with that because I never really did before,
hmm
has been new for me. But I think more than anything, I push this like facade of like big tough girl, like I probably have RBF at the gym and people don't normally approach me, but like, I can always tell when they're staring, but I do not give off friendly vibes, even though I'm like the nicest, bubbliest person in the room.
I told my
um
mom the other day, I said, I had a toothache. And so
mhm.
my face was looking like I had a toothache. And someone came to me like, you're so pretty. Smile. It's a beautiful. And I'm like,
Oh my
didn't
goodness.
even realize like, it was just like you said, like, it's just interpret completely different now. And it's
Mhm.
like, sometimes they want to be like, just leave me alone, bro. Just leave me alone.
Yeah. Absolutely. Whenever I first had my surgery, I worked in a bar and I was serving tables. And I had this customer who I'm sure they didn't mean anything by it, but I didn't recognize them, and they just, like, freaked out one day. They were like, "Oh my god, you look so good. You've lost so much weight. What are you doing?" And I just remember going, "Thank you," and then walking away and be like, "I don't even recognize these people." So they were celebrating with me, but they didn't ever take the time to get to know who I was before, right? So like
hmm
they recognized me, but I didn't remember them ever being friendly to me before, or like having
hmm
a conversation with me, but they wanted to
hmm
comment on my weight loss. And I just remember that rubbing me the wrong way. Like, I had a really hard time with that for whenever I was like doing the big transition. I had a really, really hard
I would
time with
get so
accepting.
annoyed. I would be offended
Yes.
almost. What's your name? Like now you want to know my name? Like you want to take the time to get to like you want to get to know me when I was her. You don't need to know me now.
Yeah. No,
Like
no, thank you.
yeah. And it's like I feel like they don't even realize it or see like how that's offensive or like how that would make someone feel. They're just like excited to get to meet this new person who's like doing big things and losing the weight and everything. And they just want to, connect with you. And it's just kind of like, but
Mhm.
you didn't see me. You didn't find
Exactly.
me valuable before. And now you want to interact. It's like you might have forgot, but I can't forget. And yeah, I
Yes.
agree.
Yes.
Before we jump back into the episode, I wanted to tell you something really special we've been building. Echoes of You Wellness Fest. And it is happening September 19th at the Kroc Center in Atlanta, Georgia. This isn't just another event. It is a space for real people navigating wellness, weight loss, healing, identity shifts, movement, confidence, all of it. And we're bringing together community, conversations, resources, and experiences designed to remind you that your journey matters and you don't have to figure this out alone. So if you're craving connection, support, inspiration, or honestly, just a room of people who get it, I want to see you there. You can get updates, ticket info, vendor opportunities, and more at www.bariatricpaths.com or www.echoesofyoufest.com. I hope to see everyone there. Now let's get back to the episode.
I will say that like I think as a bigger woman and this might be something that you can relate with, but like I used to be, I would overcompensate for my weight by like gathering knowledge and working on my intelligence and like my wit. And I think people now expected me to be like kind of stupid and like not to be stereotypical, but like I get treated like a dumb blonde a lot. But I'm not that person, and I think that's something like what you were just mentioning is like these people don't realize that it doesn't take a weak person to lose the weight. Like the people that are doing this and going through these process are probably some of the strongest, most resilient, most hardworking people that you're going to meet because they chose to change. Like the people that have had bariatric surgery and the people that have lost massive amounts of weight. Like we know probably more about body recomposition and nutrition and how to lose weight probably more than the average person, right? Because that's been our goal for so long. And I think
Honestly,
people
we
forget.
probably knew a lot even before the surgery because we
Right.
lost it and gained it so many times.
Right. And that's so many people's story. And, we didn't start out just one day being like, hey, I'm going to go get bariatric surgery. Like typically you're trying to lose weight for a very long time.
I say that all
by
the time. This was
various
like our
different
last
measures.
resort, y'all. Like we've done it all before we go and get under the knife. Like, trust me. I done keto, Weight Watchers, I've done so many. And was only 32 when I had my surgery. So it's just kind of like, you'd be surprised. And I've been, I was on Weight Watchers in middle school.
Yep. My mom was taking me to Curves with her in 9th grade.
I remember
I get
Curves. I remember.
Yeah, girl. We did the weekly food journal meetups. Yep. One of my teachers was in the group with me, so I would go to her classroom and we would check in together.
See, to me, that's when we say trauma, that's what we mean. We didn't get to have a childhood. We were trying to lose weight.
Yep. We didn't get asked to prom. We didn't get to wear the dresses that everyone else got to wear. I didn't play a lot of sports. So I was never like a part of something. I was just a big girl for so many years,
The bubbly personality.
Exactly. I was the personality friend. I was the funny one. And on top of that, I'm really tall too. I'm 5'9". So like
I'm
my presence.
5'9". Yes,
no
I'm 5'9". Yeah. So I was always the tall big girl. Yep. Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely. I felt like people used me as their bodyguard.
My gosh. Yes. I used to call myself the bulldog friend. Like not like I look like a bulldog, but like I would go out with my smaller friends and I would almost like protect them.
Because, like make sure that you get too drunk, make sure that everyone got home safe because no one was gonna mess with me, but you might mess with my friend.
Exactly. We dubbed ourselves that person because that's where we saw our worth was truly in those types of friendships. Yeah. Wow. It's great. It's been great talking to you because I don't know a whole lot of people in my real life that have gone through the same experiences as I have.
That's why I made Bariatric Paths because it's more of us out there, but it seems such like a solo journey that, especially like for me, I didn't have anyone else in my world that was going through this. And I'm just like, but I need to talk to someone who gets it because I feel like that's what's going to make the journey even, more beneficial and want you even to stick to it even more is having that community. So that's why I was like, when I saw your TikTok, I was like, I have got to talk to her because we are definitely on the same wavelength on so many topics, which leads me to the last topic that I want to go talk about. So you had said that skin removal should be a right, not a privilege. And now that I'm still on the fence going back and forth about my skin removal, what made you think this has been like such a vital part of the journey?
I think that if we are to continue to improve ourselves and continue in having a healthy body, there's a lot of things about having the excess skin that can be detrimental to your health. It affects your lower, especially if you have a large amount of skin hanging from your midsection, or
Mm-hmm.
even like low breasts or any kind of tissue up here. Like maybe not your legs and your arms, but if those are causing rashes, absolutely. But mostly on your midsection, that puts so much pressure on your back and on your organs, and it creates it's like almost like a waterfall effect. You know, you put pressure on your back, you're putting pressure on your hips,
Mm.
you're putting pressure on your knees, you're putting pressure on your feet, and that is a health concern. So why isn't health insurance going, okay, these people are going to have bariatric surgery, we might as well set them up to be able to
It
have the
should
loose
be a
skin removal
package.
afterward? Yes.
It should be a
Yes.
package. I don't understand, especially like if you're getting gastric bypass or the Sadie, you know that those are for dramatic weight loss. Where do you think the skin is going? Like,
Right. Right. And there's a lot of people that are able to get like paniculectomies covered under insurance, but there's a lot of insurance that doesn't cover it.
hmm
The insurance that I have right now does not cover skin removal surgery. So if I do
hmm
seek it, which I am, I'm going to have to pay completely out of pocket.
You gonna go to Mexico?
Girl, I thought about it, but I don't speak Spanish.
I mean, I heard they have translators, like, because honestly, they're saying like something that's 15 here is like 4 or 5 there. And like you said, it's not fair that we gotta pay out of pocket for this. And bariatric is expensive, y'all. The proteins alone is a new bill, the protein shakes. So it's just
The
kind of like
vitamins.
and the vitamins aren't covered either. And I don't get
Mm-mm.
why they're medically necessary for the rest of our
Yep.
lives, but yet got to pay out of pocket for the vitamins. So that's another one. We need to have we need to go to Congress.
Yes. We'll start it. The bariatric bill.
Yes.
I'd love it. That would be awesome. I do, my vitamins are a small fortune every month. So
hmm
yes, that would be wonderful if they would cover that. There are so many things that go along with it, but I also think that with the rise of GLP-1s,
hmm
and weight loss medications, we're just going to be seeing so many more people that are going to be medically necessary to get these surgeries. So what we could do is hope that the insurance companies catch on and say, okay, let's help these people because this is a medical necessity. If the GLP-1 was medical necessary, if the bariatric surgery was medically necessary, then the skin removal is 90% of the time going to be a medical necessity, especially if you're struggling with things like rashes or limited mobility, or even in my case, I have like horrible lower back pain.
hmm
I wouldn't say horrible, but it comes and goes. You know, it's just it's anatomically it's really hard to be super athletic while having skin in the way, right?
hmm
So I
And they
feel like
say like you're less likely to gain weight if you get the skin removal. So wouldn't that kind of
Mhm.
like help with your investment? You already done paid for the
Absolutely.
surgery. Make sure we
Mhm.
get everything we could possibly get so that we are successful. Makes sense
Yep.
to me.
Hey, me too, girl. Me too. If I could get it covered under insurance, I would. But
Yeah.
I have thought about Mexico and I've thought about Turkey. Um,
I
just
mean,
scares me.
I have to
We'll
just go
see.
ahead. We'll see.
Yeah,
Because it's like,
maybe so.
I might get a new body with my tax refund check. Might be going to Mexico.
You do have a point there. Because I'm
So
like
this is,
saving.
yeah, like, and I mean, because honestly, like, we're both young right now. So
Hmm.
it would be best to get it sooner than later. So it's just kind of like, if I don't get it in the next couple of years, it might not be happening. So I gotta
We
see
just
it.
gotta pray about it. Gotta give it to
Yeah.
God. Like if it's meant to
Yeah.
happen, He will
I
give me the
literally
way.
made that prayer last week. I was like, you know what? Because I was like researching and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna stop, give myself till the New
Yep.
Year's. And if it is what the Lord thinks I need, it will happen and it'll fall in place and it'll figure itself out. But I couldn't. I
Absolutely.
was thinking too much about it. So for sure. Okay, one last question. Well, two more questions, but this is my last
Okay.
question before we do the my journey, my business. So because I saw this literally yesterday and I added it to the interview because I was like, oh my gosh, this is so good. You made a TikTok talking about the 4 pillars of bariatric health. And I thought that it was so good because it's so true. And I always tell people when they're just like, oh my gosh, I'm stalling, or, I don't know what's going on. What should I do? And I always go back to what you said were the 4 pillars. So can you explain to us what are the 4 pillars of bariatric health?
Yeah, absolutely. And so for me, I like to take it back to basics when I'm feeling overwhelmed because there's so many things to think about, but there's also only so many things that are actually in our control.
Exactly.
And those things are what I like to call the 4 pillars of bariatrics are taking your vitamins, making sure you're drinking your water, getting all your protein in, and getting your steps in, or going to the gym or any kind of physical activity. If you can do those 4 things every day, you're going to keep getting to that next level. Like you are doing what you're supposed to be doing. You can't control how you feel. Like you can't control what you're looking like today. You can't control where the scale is today. You can't control all the other things going on in your life, but you can control how much protein you're eating, how much water you're drinking, how many steps you're taking, and if you're taking your vitamins or not. Like truly, if you just focus on those 4 things, you're going to be successful, and it's inevitable because that's what we're supposed to be doing. It is simple. It may not be easy some days, but it's very simple. So if you can just remember the 4 pillars, and then the 5th one, which is like a little bonus, I always say is to just love yourself, because some days it is really hard to just do those 4 things. But if you can remember to love yourself, you will give yourself grace through it and you'll get it done.
Absolutely. And I think like your first year or 2, you're learning how to do it. And now that I'm in my maintenance, it's almost like I got to remind myself, like, go back to what you learned, like go back to the beginning. Cause I agree. Those days that I'm just like done all 4, haven't lost a pound, I wasn't meant to lose pound. Like I've given everything that my body needed for good. So I definitely thought when you posted that video, I was like, yes, like people are always like, what'd you do? Took my vitamins, drank my water. Like it's not hard, but it's hard.
Yeah, right. Right. Oh, come here. My cat wanted to come say hello.
Hi.
Hi.
All right.
But yes, the 4 pillars are so simple. And, some days everything can feel out of your control, but we can control what we're putting in our mouth and what we're doing with our bodies.
And if you get those things in, then you've done what you needed to do for the day. Absolutely.
That's right. Hi, buddy.
All right. So at the end of every episode, we do a segment called My Journey, My Business. And it's where you can share with us something that you're doing in your journey that might be against the rule book or against the status quo, but it's something you do to help with your journey. And so it's your business and you gonna do it. So what would you like to share as your little nugget of truth?
I'm kind of putting me on the spot here. Let's see.
I love doing that.
I will. So this might be 18 and up for this one, but at the beginning of my journey,
bariatric surgery before 18, but yes.
Right. But just this one's a little spicy, but for me, the slang term for it right now is I gardened a lot in the early stages of my journey when I wasn't feeling well, getting used to my new stomach. And that really got me past a lot of the pains and the nausea. And honestly, some days I wonder how I would have done it without that, especially in the beginning. And I know some people are not a fan of that, but that was what worked for me. It helped me get me in tune with my body, and it helped take out some of those anxieties that I had in the beginning of my journey. I don't partake now, but it did. I will say that I used it as a medicine in the beginning, and it truly helped me tremendously.
I knew there was a reason why I liked you. But yes, I agree. Kind of like, especially at the beginning, that was because the nausea, that was the only way I could even get the 3 bites in was gardening. So we right here. And you know what? That's our business. Our journey, our business. We're going to garden when we feel like it. Amen.
That's right. That's right. Because this is my body and I love it. And sometimes we just need a little extra medicine to feel right.
Yeah. And it doesn't give you, it can give you munchies, but if you do it right, you're not going to get too much munchies off of it.
Right. You got to move
So,
your body. You got to just keep moving.
Yeah, exactly. But again, our business. But thank
That's
you
right.
so much, Annalise. I have thoroughly enjoyed this, and I hope you'll come back again because this was so fun. Where can people find you if they want to follow you on your journey?
So right now I only have a TikTok. My handle is Finding Annalise, and that is Annalise is spelled Analyse. It's like analyze, but with an S. That's what I like to tell people. My biggest thing is I always harp on mindset and truly believing in yourself. So if you are interested in following along on my journey, I just have the TikTok right now. And hopefully someday soon I will have a book coming out. So
Gosh,
y'all
I
just
love it.
stay
I
tuned
love
for
it.
that.
Yes, and you have to come back once the book is done. Come back and
Yes,
tell
I
us
would love
all
to.
about it. We're going to have a book club. You might be our first book for the book club.
Yes. Oh my gosh, stop it. I would love that.
Oh, and we'll make sure we put all of that information in the show notes if you want to see Annalise and her TikToks, because there are some really good nuggets in there. So I highly suggest you subscribe. All right. Thank you so much, Annalise. Yay!
Thank you, Jatoya. This was such a pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Yes, it was fun. Okay, Bariatric Paths family, it's officially time. I am so excited to finally announce Echoes of You Wellness Festival, a brand new in-person wellness experience happening September 19th, 2026 at the Salvation Army Kroc Center in Atlanta, Georgia. And listen, this is not one of those perfect wellness events where everyone is acting like healing is easy. This is going to be for real people, real journeys, real struggles, and real growth. Whether you're post-op, pre-op, no-op, rebuilding your confidence, trying to find yourself again, or just learning how to take care of yourself for once, this space is for you. We're bringing together wellness, community, movement, vendors, conversations, resources, and people who truly understand what it feels like to fight for your health and your peace. Because healing isn't just physical. And honestly, a lot of us are craving connection with people who get it. We get it, right? So I wanted to create a space where we can walk in, feel comfortable, supported, inspired, and seen. And we have done that. So mark your calendars for September 19th, Echoes of You Wellness Fest in Atlanta, Georgia at the Kroc Center. For updates, tickets, vendors, sponsorship, head over to bariatricpass.com or echoesofyoufest.com. We're just getting started, and I cannot wait to experience this with you all. I hope to see everyone there. This episode may end here, but the journey doesn't. Parallel Paths is the Bariatric Paths membership for people who want continued support, real conversations, and connection beyond the podcast. If that sounds like what you need right now, go to www.bariatricpaths.com and see if the community feels like the next right step for you. Remember, your journey is yours, but you are not alone. Go out there and crush it. Bye. This podcast is for support and inspiration only. It is not medical advice. Always talk to your doctor or care team about what's right for you.